Hi, I'm Alan Langford, and this is What the Fun, episode 25, the Any Winner Out There episode. What the Fun is a critical and often humorous review of Kickstarter projects, crowdfunding projects, most of them failing. I do like to strike a bit of a balance and do a winner every once in a while. Last episode, I tried to find a winner, and I failed. So this time, I was determined, and I did find a winner. I should say that when I look for winners, I exclude the ones that Kickstarter has already called a project they love. They've already found it and flagged it as a winner, so that's really not really new information. So this one they haven't flagged yet, but it's pretty cool. So it's more of a product launch than a brand new initiative. It's called Hello 2. The world's most powerful communication device. There was a Hello 1. So what this is a set-top box that's got a video camera in it and a pile of other really cool features. So they've got 43 days to go in this project. They were looking to raise $30,000, which, you know, they've obviously got more than $30,000 worth of development in this project, which is why I say it's more of a product launch than a go to Kickstarter to develop something new kind of thing. But they are just over 800% of their goal at $241,000 and change. So let's take a look at this. Now, this thing is actually pretty cool. First off, I like their motivation. They had the original device, the Hello. So this is the original version, and now they've got the Hello 2. They under who they are, they call themselves Solaborate, which sounds more like a chemical than a company, but they think, and I agree with them, that simplifying communications, making it easier to do telecommunications with people, is going to reduce the need for travel, and by reducing the need for travel, you dramatically reduce the output of greenhouse gases, so it's an environmentally friendly solution. There are some things where you can't get by a face-to-face meeting. I'd never really depreciate face-to-face meetings until we've got like live holograms, Star Trek style. We're still going to need to travel to really get to know people, but there's an awful lot of stuff that can be done without going through airport security and all that other stuff just to go in and have a meeting that really you could do in front of a screen if you had a decent interface. And so these guys are aiming for that, and that's laudable. So I guess the only thing I want to say that's sort of negative about this thing is it looks to me like you could put a propeller on it and fly it around the room. But other than that, the industrial design is sleek. It's unlike some of those other products that claim that they had a sleek industrial design. This one really is. I believe that all these as seen-ons, they're actually talking about their original Hello product, but clearly they've got a track record. They've done this before. This I like. They've got built-in apps for communicating through just about everything. I mean, some of these I don't even know exist. I'm a fan of Zoom myself, but you've got all these methods that are built-in apps. So if somebody says, "Hey, I need to connect through Hello SIP," presumably you push the Hello SIP button and away you go. So the Hello Touch part of this is an interface that helps you drive your whiteboarding, and basically it's just adding new collaboration features to the original Hello, and that's kind of cool. And then they've got the Creator Edition, which has a clear case. It shows you all the guts. There's a bit of a 360 view of it, or a 90-degree view of it. At any rate, they're opening up the platform for developers and all that kind of wonderful stuff. They've got this extension. I hope they've licensed this design from Microsoft. It's just a little too close to an Xbox for me, but that's not my problem. That's their problem. They talk about their product evolution. They've clearly got this lovely product. They've got a pile of cool features. Most notably, end-to-end encryption. They claim they're hacker-proof. I do a fair bit of security work. The only hacker-proof device is one that's powered up and crushed to dust. So that's a bit of an overstatement, but hacker-resistant. I'm sure it's got hacker-resistant. And you know, the point of this is to make it easy to establish a call and to you know, get into a conversation with people rather than to be sitting there futzing around with settings and making sure that your cameras work and all those other things, which I think anybody who's ever tried this has more than enough experience with. So it's a valuable kind of tool. I question if all of these apps are there. It sounds like it might be a you know, running on a Windows-based OS. So really, the only problem you'd have with it is you'd have to reboot it every couple of days or something like that in order to make sure that it doesn't crash in the middle of your conversation. The rewards are kind of interesting, especially the distribution of who's buying them. So they've got a $1 support that gets you access to their app, which presumably runs on iOS and Android. Then they've got some kind of a secret thing for backers of the Hello One project that says follow the instructions as per the email. That's kind of cool that they're rewarding loyalty. And then they get into the actual product. So you know, you can buy one of these devices for $450. Of course, one device is kind of useless. So you know, they've got 16 people who've bought into that. Then you've got you know, another level, which basically is the same thing. We don't actually see a lot of pickup until you get into you know, the bundle, the 2 units. Then, you know, for $2,000, you've got the Touch TV stuff, which is one of these new features. So it kind of makes sense that we've got 11 backers picking this up. And then you get into you know, the higher end stuff, $2,500 for the Creator Edition device and the TV device, and save, you know, it's a pretty good savings, almost $2,000 in savings. So it's these bundles up here where you've got 2 devices, 2 TV devices. Where's the other one here? You know, this one's close to $10,000. They've got a backer in that. So that's 20 Hello 2 devices. So they're getting some corporate pickup from this as well. I would assume that their corporate clients are people who are familiar with the Hello One device and are happy with it. So that all looks pretty good, and so it's, you know, it's a 5-star project all the way through. It's a good idea. The design is nice. The market is good. The reason for being in the market is good. What it does, I think everybody's experienced. Everybody who's tried this kind of telecommunication has experienced the frustration of taking 40 minutes to set up a 10-minute call. So, you know, that's good. How they're doing it, again, the design, the way they integrate with all of these communications platforms is very nice. They've got a track record, so they're doing well on the Who. The levels are, you know, they're getting uptake in the higher end levels, so that's clearly pretty good. And obviously this device is pretty close to ready to launch. So, you know, the plan is the plan. There's really not much need for a risk assessment short of our suppliers disappear or something like that. So this is finally a good project. So I hope that you enjoyed it. So speaking of good projects, I'm trying to fund this project through Patreon with small donations to help me keep going after it. And in some cases, I'd like to have a little bit of budget to back some of these projects that are questionable, so that I can do follow-ups, you know, a couple of months later, and you know, get a little bit of the, you know, quote-unquote insider information and see how a project that's dubious is going, whether it turns into an actual failure or if they manage to snatch it from the jaws of failure and turn it into a success. So I'll have a link to this project in the description. I'm posting these videos on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. If you enjoyed the show, please let me know. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.